Hey everyone and welcome. Today we are digging into the launch of Gemini 3. And let me tell you, this is not just some minor update. We're talking about a release that is making some incredibly bold claims and showing off abilities that are, frankly, jaw-dropping. So let's get right into it. So we're going to kick things off with the single biggest, most audacious claim surrounding this whole thing. For a while now, it's felt like all the top AI models were in this super tight horse race, pretty much neck and neck. Well, Gemini 3 just blew that race wide open. Just look at this statement. This is the declaration that has the entire AI world buzzing. It's so unambiguous, so confident. We really haven't seen anything like this in a while. The feeling is that one model just sprinted way, way ahead of the pack. But, is that just talk?
Well, the data's saying, absolutely not. This is not just hype. When you look at pretty much every major industry benchmark, Gemini 3 Pro is just cleaning up. We're talking complex reasoning tests like Humanity's Last Exam, all the way to these really tricky agentic coding challenges. It's just setting a new state-of-the-art across the board.
And in some areas, it's not just a little better, it's exponentially better. Just look at this chart. This measures how well a model can understand what's on a real computer screen. That gap is just wow. Gemini 3 is sitting at over 70%, completely dunking on its competitors. This is a massive, massive leap in a really practical, real-world skill.
Okay, so numbers on a chart are one thing, but what do these numbers actually let you do? Because we're moving way beyond just text chats now. We're stepping into a world of almost magical creation, where the AI isn't just an assistant, it's a legit tool for building real things.
And this right here shows a fundamental shift. See, with Gemini 3, a basic prompt still gets you a pretty basic kind of AI-looking result. But if you give it a really detailed, comprehensive prompt, you can get stunning, polished, professional user interfaces. It finally feels like we're breaking out of that generic vibe-coded look that all AI tools seem to have.
This new visual understanding leads to some incredible stuff. In one demo, developers just uploaded a simple, hand-drawn sketch of an eye. And from that drawing alone, Gemini 3 built a whole interactive game where you have to use your fingers to keep the eyelids from closing. It's wild.
And it doesn't stop there. In another crazy example, a single prompt created a fully interactive 3D simulation of the Golden Gate Bridge. And it wasn't just a picture. It came with sliders, so you could control the time of day, the fog, even the amount of traffic on the bridge.
Then there's the coding. The leap here is just as big. Testers gave Gemini 3 the task of cloning a game, and it spit out a working version on the very first attempt. Now, you have to understand, this was a task where other very advanced AI tools had completely failed after burning through hours and hours and millions of tokens.
All right, so the core model is obviously a powerhouse. But what happens when you try to actually use it in the real world? Let's check out the new coding environment, anti-gravity, because this is where the incredible promise of the model kind of collides with a more complicated reality.
And this is the promise, right? The raw power is undeniable. The fact that it can take a complex idea and right out of the gate produce something that actually functions, that's a huge achievement. That's the dream.
And then there's this, a totally jarring quote from another person testing the exact same environment. It's a really powerful reminder that having a brilliant model under the hood doesn't automatically mean you have a brilliant user experience.
So yeah, the anti-gravity editor is very, very much in beta. Early users are running into all sorts of frustrating bugs. Conversations just randomly die and you can't get them back. Key extensions for popular frameworks don't work. Even basic stuff like syntax highlighting or UI icons are just disappearing. The tool itself has a long way to go to catch up to the model it's running.
But okay, let's set aside the developer tools for a minute. Because despite those growing pains, this new power isn't just for coders. It's already being rolled out across the Google products that millions of us use every single day.
First up, the main Gemini app. And you have to look at the momentum here. It's added over 300 million users since the last big update. So clearly, this is a huge platform for Google, and it's getting a massive intelligence upgrade.
They're rolling out this new feature called the Gemini Agent, and it's a total game changer. It basically transforms the app from something that just talks to you into something that does things for you. You can give it complex, multi-step tasks, and the agent will figure out a plan, use the tools it needs, and then deliver the final result. It's about getting work done, not just getting information.
And then, of course, there's the big one, Google Search. For what seems like the first time, the really powerful Gemini 3 Pro model is being used directly in the AI search results, not just the lighter, faster versions we've seen before. This upgrade allows for some really cool features, like this idea of generative UI. So what does that even mean? It means the search page can literally build interactive tools for you on the fly. You ask about mortgages, and instead of just getting a bunch of links, it might build you a custom mortgage calculator right there on the page.
So let's step back and put this all together. We have the insane benchmarks, the new superpowers, the rollouts into major products. What does this huge leap forward actually mean for all of us?
I think this is the single most important takeaway. For a while, people have been wondering if AI progress was going to slow down, if it was going to hit some kind of wall. Well, Gemini 3 is pretty definitive proof that anyone who tells you that is just wrong. Progress is accelerating, not slowing down.
Now, this doesn't mean our jobs are going away, but it does mean the division of labor is shifting. We can now offload even more of the heavy cognitive lifting, the complex coding, the visual analysis to the model. And that frees us up to focus on the things that are still uniquely human, dealing with ambiguity, managing people, and real, honest-to-goodness creativity.
This is probably the simplest and best way to think about it. It's like your AI colleague, the one who's been helping you out, just got a massive upgrade. It's way smarter, way more capable, and it can help you get a whole lot more done, a whole lot faster.
And that's really the bottom line here. This isn't some far-off future technology anymore. The tools are here, right now. The capability has just taken a giant leap. So the real question we're all left with is the one on the screen. What new, ambitious, incredible things are you going to build with all this newfound power?